Most provocative title ever. All the Google homeowners right now are like, what did you say? And please hear me out, this isn't something I am celebrating, I'm actually quite depressed and frustrated by it, but I honestly believe that they have already lost the smart home race. Before we get started, just a massive thank you to Fasthosts for sponsoring today's video with the biggest prize I have ever seen in my life. They're going to give away to one of you lucky winners £5,000 worth of tech tailored entirely to your requirements. All you gotta do is wait till the end of the video where I'll be asking the easiest question in the universe. If you can answer that, there are links in the description that you can follow to go and give them your answer. So easy. I'm going to walk you through every single point that I have compiled as to why I think they have already lost the smart home race, and I want you to tell me if you disagree with me. Let me know in the comments. Don't hate me for it, please. Just say if you disagree with my points, come up with your own points. I want to hear your opinions in the comments, let me know. I'm trying to turn over a new leaf rather than just people off. So we'll start out with something really small. I am a massive Trekkie. I know, right? Star Wars and Star Trek all rolled into one person. Nisha is a lucky girl. So this is a bit of a weird one because Amazon have allowed us to change the wake word to computer just so that people like me can feel like Jean-Luc Picard, the only man on television with a monk's haircut who is allowed to do sex to ladies. And the weird thing with this is it entirely removes Amazon from our consciousness. This, for me personally, is a massive deal, and it's something that Google haven't had the balls to do. Amazon haven't allowed this for every product, I should point out, the Amazon Echo Buds being the most notable example, because they want it to be so when you walk out of the house and make a public spectacle of yourself by speaking to your own ears, they want you to be saying a very specific name so that the people around you know exactly what's in your ears and exactly who it is you're talking to. Congratulations, you're an advert! Google does have the ability to broadcast a piece of audio to a speaker and then you can wait for that person to record some audio and broadcast it back to you, but it's not real time. I can't really understand why they've implemented it that way. It's like they sat around a meeting room table and thought, right then gentlemen, how are we going to implement communication across devices? Maybe the users could tap out Morse code to each other on the top of the speaker. I think we can go one better than that, David. What about a walkie-talkie system like Amazon did? That's too far. You've taken it too far, David. Make it like a walkie-talkie, but This is probably the biggest nail in Google's coffin, in my opinion right now. Their routines are basic. And yes, I am saying that in the same way as teenagers do. You're basic! Because Amazon have given us the ability to trigger routines with more than just our voice, they have already cornered the most important part of the smart home market yet, actual automation. And here's why. It's because people buy themselves a Google Home speaker or an Echo speaker, and they do this because they want to talk to a robot. But that novelty soon wears off, and it just becomes a nice excuse to scream obscenities at something that will just apologize. No!
Several devices.
No! What do you mean there's more than one device called living room lights? I will f***ing kill you, motherfucker! Why do you eat my Once that phase has passed, people start to question, is there an easier way to trigger a routine? Can I do it with something else? And where Amazon has given you motion sensors and buttons and schedules and even things like third-party door handles, Google is still to this day asking us what we want to say. I don't particularly want to say anything unless I'm asking for a song or an artist or a playlist or directions. I don't want to speak. All smart home speakers sound like farts. Controversial opinion, I know, but they do, and I know that my comments section is full of people right now saying, I love my Echo fart box, this guy's a Yes, this is my fourth costume change, what's your point? But they do! The Google Mini actually sounds like somebody just left some earbuds on a kitchen worktop, and the Google Home speaker has the direct opposite problem, it's all bass and no treble. Meghan Trainor would love it. Is Meghan Trainor still hip? Am I still lit? Do the kids still say lit? I don't know about anything anymore. And here's where they really screwed up. Not only did Google decide to release a bunch of speakers that sounded worse than the Amazon equivalents, they simultaneously decided not to include an audio output jack on any of their product lineup. Whereas I can get an Echo Dot right now and put an audio jack into that and output it to a decent set of speakers, Google basically said, buy a new Google Fart Box! Sounds like farts! Looks like an egg! Literally no way to connect it to a decent set of speakers! And people keep asking me my opinion on the Google Max speaker, but unfortunately my bank won't give me a second mortgage to buy a pair. Innovation. Google's Nest cams can listen out for the sounds of breaking glass and send you notifications and do all that good stuff, but it's £130. This is currently £23 and has the same functionality. At least it would if I lived in America. Amazon are just as guilty as Google for lots of things, and releasing stuff in America before they do the rest of the world is incredibly frustrating. But that innovation is out there and for only 23 quid. I'm not saying this is a good thing, I'm just saying I think it is a reason that Amazon are winning the smart home race. I half expect Amazon next week to come out with an Amazon Echo Lavatory.
Come back here and flush me, you disgusting animal.
Amazon are like, here, have her in some glasses, have her in this ring, have her in this disgustingly ugly microwave. And Google are like, nah, here's 5 things from about 2016 to now. This is a huge mistake, Google. You don't understand. If you are not constantly in the public consciousness, you are forgotten. This is one of the main reasons Amazon is going to win this race, because they are constantly in your mind because you can't move for Echo products. Google bought Nest, immediately shafted it, and then shafted themselves in the process. Their marketing team just started spouting utter bollocks. They were like, we are Google, but we have bought Nest. No wait, we are Nest. No wait, our products are called Nest. Who are we again? Keep using the Google wake word to wake your Nest products owned by Google. Why? I don't think the general public even know who Nest are or how they relate to Google anymore. When Amazon bought Blink security cameras, they didn't go, you know what? I think we should rename all of our Amazon Echo products Amazon Blinks, because that would have been marketing suicide. People knew what a Google Home was. They didn't need to change its name to Google Nest Hub. And I don't think even Google to this day know what they're calling it anymore. Look at this! Look at this! Which is it, you maniacs? As far as I'm concerned, Nest is still a thermostat. Speaking of the Nest thermostat, the next thing Google did was this. You can't have it. It's ours. They literally just cut all third-party support. They said, if you've got a SmartThings Hub, you can no longer control the Nest thermostat. If you've got a Hubbitat, you can no longer control the Nest thermostat. If you've got Homey, you can no longer control the Nest thermostat. They wrecked it for everybody except for one company. Amazon. The one company they're in competition with, they went, you know what? We can't beat them. We'll just stick with them. Amazon have already put She That Should Not Be Named into your Windows 10 PC. I don't know how long it will be before we can control useful things like Spotify or load up applications, but the groundwork is already laid. Amazon have kind of just gone around going, okay, well, we're going to stick it on Windows 10 and we're going to stick it into Google's phones, and Google are kind of there going, this is probably fine. It's not fine! Amazon are putting their assistant on your phones and on people's PCs. It is everywhere and you are nowhere. Google did not take this seriously at all. Until I came to make this video, I wasn't even sure that you could play games on a Google Home speaker. That's how badly they've marketed it. And I think this is kind of insane because kids are better at opening their parents' wallets than the taxman is. Kids will say, Mummy and Daddy, I want to buy an Amazon Echo please because I want to play games. They're not going to say, Mummy and Daddy, I want to buy the latest Google Hub Nest. Market your devices to children, you idiots! Google answers questions 1 billion times better than Amazon. Nobody is going to argue with you there, and perhaps for you, that is the most important part of your smart home speaker. That's weird, but if that's what you're into, that's what you're into, and I won't argue with you. They have better third-party cooperations, such as JBL. The JBL speaker that I reviewed that has Google Assistant on it sounds absolutely glorious, and that beats the pants off any Amazon Echo speaker. And finally, if this then that integration is much, much better on Google. It's far more varied the way that you can set up the commands. It's just all round better for if this then that. I'd love to know what you think though. Please don't take this as me smashing Google over the head. I mean, kind of am because they suck. But I do love my Google Home speaker. I have one in my bedroom, I have one in the music room behind me. I use it just as much as I do Amazon, but I do think the smart home race is over. You can tell me you disagree, that's fine. You can tell me that you think the title is clickbait. I will strongly disagree with that. I actually believe that all of the points I've just made are showing that there is a clear road to a clear winner, and it ain't Google. Fasthosts are a company I worked with loads when I was younger, in my youth, when I was young, because I used to do loads of stuff with them when I worked at an ISP, and they were the choice of the business that I worked for because they're actually a really, really good provider. I'm not just saying that because I've been sponsored, I'm saying that because I have a really good experience of them. If you're looking for like a domain name such as yourname.co.uk, that's the kind of service that they offer. They're a great way to get yourself an email or a website hosting based account, so if you wanted your own email address or your own website, you would need a place to host that. Fasthosts will do that for you. They do easy build websites as well, so even if you're an idiot like me and you don't know how to build a website, they will show you how because they've got tools that will do most of the heavy lifting for you without all the coding. They're giving away up to $5,000 worth of tech, and all you've got to do is answer this one simple question. What date was the Amazon Echo first released in the UK? Stop answering in my comments section, that won't work. You need to visit the link that is in the description for this video, which will take you to Fasthost's competition page, where you can put your answer in and hopefully win $5,000 worth of stuff. Please note you will also need to be in the UK. Sadly, this competition is only being run there, so if you're not in the UK, don't do it. That's it for this week. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. That will tell YouTube's algorithms it was a good video and more people should watch it. If you want to see some more of this guy, hit that subscribe button and ding that bell. If you ding the bell, it lets YouTube know that you want to be notified when I upload videos. These amazing people here are my patrons from Patreon, and without them, I would not still be doing this. If you want to be one of these guys, I would seriously appreciate it. You can do that at either Patreon or buy me a one-off beer at PayPal, and either way, I'll love you forever. These are my social medias, my Facebooks, my Twitters, and my Instagrams. Come and hang out there, and we can be best friends. See you next time. No! 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 Sick! Everything is sick. Everything is sick. Even the word basic ends with the word sick. They have already cornered the most important part. I'm very gesticulate today. There's a lot happening with my hands. A voice message and broadcast it back to you again. Back to you again? That's not a word. Make it like a walker-talker. A walker-talker.